BRICS currency, threat that could end the dollar. What if I told you the US dollar, the most powerful currency on Earth, might be facing the biggest threat in its 80-year reign? What if a new alliance of rising nations is preparing a financial weapon strong enough to challenge America's dominance and possibly rewrite the global economy forever? Because right now, behind closed doors, BRICS nations are quietly building a new financial system, one that could undermine the dollar, reduce American influence, and shift global power in a way we've never seen before. This is the BRICS currency threat. For decades, the US dollar has been the backbone of world trade. Oil, gold, imports, exports, everything moved through the dollar. But today, a new force is rising. Countries once considered developing are now major economic players, and together, they form one of the most influential alliances in the world. BRICS. Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, now expanded to include Saudi Arabia, UAE, Egypt, Iran, and more. And this expanded BRICS group has one goal: reduce their dependence on the US dollar. But how? The big plan: a new BRICS currency. BRICS leaders have openly discussed creating a new shared currency, backed by natural resources and entirely separate from the US-controlled financial system. This is not just an idea, it's a strategic move that could reshape global trade. Imagine a currency backed not by politics, but by real assets like oil, gold, rare earth minerals, and energy reserves. Something the world can trust, because it's backed by physical value, not debt. And here's the shocking part. BRICS nations collectively control more natural resources than the US and EU combined. Why they want to break free from the dollar? BRICS countries believe the dollar gives the US unfair global power. When Washington imposes sanctions, freezes foreign bank accounts, or controls global payment systems like SWIFT, other nations feel cornered. Russia learned this during the Ukraine war. Iran has felt it for years. China fears it could be next, so BRICS wants a system where no one nation controls global money. And honestly, many countries agree with them. The silent revolution, de-dollarization. Countries around the world are already shifting away from the dollar. China and Russia trade in yuan. India buys Russian oil in rupees. Brazil and China trade using their own currencies. Saudi Arabia is accepting non-dollar payments for oil for the first time in 50 years. This is called de-dollarization, and whether the US likes it or not, it's happening right now. And if a BRICS currency becomes real, the process could accelerate dramatically. The real threat, not a new currency, but a new system. Here's the twist most people don't see coming. The biggest threat isn't the BRICS currency itself. The real danger is a new global payment network that bypasses US banks entirely. A world where SWIFT doesn't matter. The dollar isn't needed, sanctions lose their power, and global trade flows through BRICS-controlled systems. This could permanently reduce America's influence over global finance. And that is what Washington fears. What makes this so dangerous for the US? The US dollar's power comes from two things. One, everyone needs it. Two, everyone uses American banks to move money. If BRICS creates a strong alternative, both of those pillars collapse. That means the US can't print endless money without consequences. American sanctions become weaker. Global demand for US debt could fall. Inflation inside the US could rise. Investment power could shift to Asia and the Middle East. This isn't just about money, it's about geopolitical control. But here's the big question. Can BRICS realistically end the dollar? Not overnight, maybe not even in the next 10 years, because the dollar is deeply rooted in global trade, financial markets, international banking, trust built over decades. But can BRICS erode the dollar's dominance? Absolutely, and that erosion has already begun. The future, a multi-currency world. We are moving toward a world where no single currency dominates. A world where the dollar is still strong, but BRICS has its own currency. Digital currencies reshape trade. Nations diversify their reserves. This is not a collapse. This is a power shift. The shift is already happening. Everything that once made the dollar untouchable is now being challenged by a united group of nations who want a different world. A world where America no longer calls all the shots. A world where global power is divided. A world where the next financial superpower might not be in Washington at all. The BRICS challenge isn't a rumor. It's not a headline. It's a global shift happening right in front of us. And the countries leading it? They're just getting started. Hit like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who needs to understand what's coming next.